I'm here with Sharon Lechter, financial literacy expert. You might know her as one of the co-authors of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but most recently, Outwitting the Devil. And if anybody knows the true value of time, I would think that you probably do. So I want to ask you a couple questions. The first question is, should we put a value on our time?
Absolutely. I can answer that in one word, absolutely. At the end of the day, we teach young people that the decisions they make on how they spend their time is equally as important as the decisions they make on how they spend their money. I love a story by Truett Cathy, who is the founder of Chick-fil-A restaurants.
Okay.
When we wrote 3 Feet from Gold, we interviewed him, and we wanted him to share his advice. We talked to these folks about not just their success stories, but how they got through the deep, dark moments, how they got through those negative times when the world was against them. And his advice was we kind of stopped because he said, stop over planning. Now, all of us, particularly in this, we took plan, goals. And so we were like, okay, would you explain more? Stop over planning. And he says, you want to have your goal. You want to have your plan. But if you plan every single step along the way, you're going to have blinders on, and you're going to miss opportunities that may help you get to that ultimate goal quicker. And it was such a brilliant way to put it. He referenced, you may want to get from here to the door, and you think that a straight line is the best way to get it. But if you're paying attention to each and every step, you may miss the skateboard along the way that might get you there quicker. And so it's about being aware. The fact that things change so quickly today, instant communication, text messages, email, that you have to be able to be flexible enough to understand what your ultimate goal is, but be able to fine-tune the goals along the way to make sure you get there. Yeah.
In our book, Attack Your Day, we teach 5 skills. The 4th skill is flexecute. It's a word that we made up, but that is just it. You have to be flexible. You can have the best plan, but by 9 o'clock in the morning, your phone blows up, you get an urgent request from your boss, and you have to be flexible and switch gears. So,
I would say, my dear friend Rita Davenport, who was the president of Arbonne for many years, and she grew it to a huge company, and she retired last year. But I love her quote. She says, money isn't everything, but it's right up there next to oxygen. So you got to have oxygen to breathe. You got to have money to live. And money isn't everything. And people say money is the root of all evil. No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. It's the greed factor, not the fact that we live in a world of abundance. But you have to chart a course. So you have to have a financial plan. You have to know where you want to go. Because if you are spending more than you earn, you're on the wrong path. Yeah. And so I tell everybody, it's really kind of simple. I'd be out of business, and I would applaud it if everybody would just spend less than they earn. It would be a real simple world. And we would all be happy because we'd all have all the money we need. But unfortunately, people don't do that. They get themselves into debt, and they get into a spiral because they don't have a financial plan. So yes, a financial plan is essential. And again, it needs to be flexible. Yeah. You need the emergency fund for that, the tire that blows or the car that goes off the road. You have to be prepared for those emergencies, and you need to understand that they happen to all of us.